Oh. Or maybe this is the right way. How do you bloody tell? I have no idea. Never mind. I've gone this way. Can't see to know where it's safe to go. Oh, there's people everywhere. Well, we don't have to kill everybody, do we? We just need to kill those in our path. So I could get away with just going up the stairs, right? I don't have to kill everybody down there. Oh shit. Can we talk about this? Oh, he's another strong boy. It's gonna go great. That's absolutely not what I was supposed to do, but you know, since we're here. Intentionally use all my resources. Super. Love that for me. Gonna have to get that shit back. You said I could get up and attack if I had a stamina cost. That is not the case. Clearly. Ow. Blessed resonant starite. What on earth is that? I can just wear him down before he gets to me. Ow, I cannot dodge clearly. Stop it. Whew. Yes! Free reign. Excuse me? I would like to walk this way, please. Is this it? Is this where we'll find humanities? Use the magic beam elevator to reach Astro. What?
I told you we'd catch up. We just met with a bit of trouble.
Define trouble.
What trouble? Some Templars appeared from behind. They may have been teleported here to take us by surprise. I'll go take care of.
No, there's no time. Leave it to Bion and Evangelos. We must continue our ascent.
Stay safe, man.
The mistress is right. Leave this to us.
Okay.
Evangelos.
Stay safe.
Don't worry, Sanctus. Surviving is just one of my duties.
Aww.
I understand. May the three bless you.
Let's go.
Okay, give me a moment. Or not, you know, you just go straight in. That works too. Is there a conduit somewhere up here? Because otherwise I've got to travel a fair distance. I didn't even think to look for one in this area before I went up. That's probably my mistake. This is taking a very long time. How far are we going? Where are we even going to? Astrahenon. Okay, well there's my conduit. Well, if I die, I don't have to go far. And again, we'll hard save because we're at full potions. And I like that.
Stop right there, all of you. There's still time to turn back.
Nah, I don't think so.
Voice. It's him!
I'm good.
Ignore him. Just keep moving.
Where's my father? I thought he would be here.
Humanities!
I must admit I'm somewhat impressed by your foolish persistence, Minerva. To think you're actually standing with Serene. You truly are out of options, aren't you?
It's possible. Or perhaps I'm really no different from you.
And Hilda. Why have you come?
Because I like being the hero.
What's happened in Aphis has nothing to do with you.
I like being the
That's
hero.
not true. And I know you won't just stop at this city. I also wanted to ask you.
I have urgent business, so I'll give you time for only one question.
His original intention or his ideals. My list is just to mention his ambitions, which matches neither of those. Let's try that one, and if it doesn't work, I'm reloading.
I've heard much about you in Aphis, Senator Eumenides. Up until now, some even believed you were originally acting in Aphis's best interests. But the ritual you want to perform now, is this truly what you want to do?
Why not ask Minerva? She's supposed to be the one who understands me best, is she not? I once said, if I weren't Aristor, you wouldn't like me. Do you remember how you answered me back then?
I said I still would.
No. You would just look at the tools in my hand and assess the value they could produce. And me? I would look at your robes and think how unobtainable a woman who wears such finery is. I don't see Minerva when I look at you. I see only the Aristoi. And when you look at me, you see not Eumenides, but only a commoner.
Love lets us break through all constraints. That was how I answered you at the time. You still remember that conversation, human?
Just as you also remember. I told you, I've never changed. I feel more than just hatred and responsibility for the city. I truly want to do something for it.
right option or not.
Human!
But now I see clearly. Since you cannot understand me, how could you possibly support my ideas? I will no longer seek agreement. May we meet again in the stars.
Wait, what of the Northwind Legion, human? Where are they?
And here I was thinking you didn't care about outsiders. Interesting. It seems I may be somewhat better even than you.
It didn't answer the question. Where are they?
Damn, he's gone! What did he mean just now?
I'm not sure, but I have a bad feeling about this. No matter what happens, we'll face it together. Understood?
Thank you.
He didn't answer the question. And I don't hear my jingle, which means that is the wrong answer. Look, when you say I've got to pick the option that doesn't exist, I don't really know what you expect from me. Person's post. I was gonna say guide, but it ain't a guide. So.
Stop!
Okay. Once again, I'm gonna pick the second one.
I must to think.
It's...
And I have urgent business, so I'll give.
I've heard much about you in Aphis, Senator Eumenides. But have you heard the people's true voices? Their unease towards you and...
I've heard all there is to hear, and my conclusion is that every person has left me disappointed. Minerva, you still remember, do you not? I once said that the members of House Laurel chastised me for being too idealistic. Even you. Do you remember how you answered me back then?
People are born ignorant and require rules to follow. But rules can teach people how to pursue an ideal. You just think about breaking the rules. You don't think about whether or not these people are prepared to keep pace with you.
But if we don't break the rules first, how will they know if they're prepared to keep pace with me?
And those who can't keep up? Will you sacrifice them as you do with the people you judge? You couldn't answer me back then.
Very good question.
Because at that time, I hadn't yet devised a method. Now, though, I finally come up with one.
Like the Titan? If you take direct control over everyone's minds, there will be no issue of whether or not they can keep up, yes? How clever.
People are born ignorant, after all. After witnessing true magic, I have come to agree with your sentiment.
This is
At
seeming
least for
pretty
the
good.
time being. I just hadn't anticipated that even you nor Serene would be able to keep up with me.
You men.
But now I see clearly. Since you cannot understand me, how could you possibly support my ideas? I will no longer seek agreement. May we meet again in the stars.
Wait, what of the North?
And here I was thinking you didn't care.
Damn, he's gone! What did he mean just now?
I'm not sure.
Thank you.
There it is. That, friends, is the final thing we needed. Let's go. Kick some honey buns. Which is totally a Milan reference and makes no sense here, because these clearly aren't Huns. But, you know. Is this the Northwind Legion? Is this my father?
That's my father!
I can tell from the big ass sword. I have to kill my own father? This is gonna go great. I thought I'd have to fight him, but I was kind of hoping I wouldn't have to kill him.
By the gods. He's controlled by humanities, just like the Templars.
But if he dies, his body will
That
still be there.
monster!
I feel his aura is different. Don't you agree, Minerva?
I do. Unlike the Templars, the energy in his body is fighting back against the control.
Great!
Irenaeus said that this condition is known as the boundary. It's when the soul's been opened, forming a channel through which others can enter. Since it can be opened, naturally, it can also be closed.
How exactly is this done?
Tranquilite is the key to the spell. If the channel between his soul and human's consciousness were closed, then he'd be freed.
How does that help me?
Understood. You'll cast the spell, and I'll support you.
And I just entertain
Hilda,
him?
Minerva and I will free Harold from human's control, but it's up to you to draw his
What if
attention.
I accidentally kill him?
What should I do?
Anything that grabs Harold's attention and weakens him will do. I believe you can do it. As for the rest, let us handle it.
Okay.
All
Hi,
right,
father.
and thank you both.
I'm going to do some serious damage. Hope you won't hold it against
Papa?
me.
Hild, why are you so obsessed?
The north wind blows to the south. That's what you taught me. I can't turn back now. Besides, Papa, I'm certain you know that Eumenides is planning to use the Nexus's power to control everything! You must have stayed here because you were going to fight back against his scheming. You are the commander of the Northwind Legion! If he gets his way, everything we've done here will be meaningless. Our mission would be meaningless.
I'm being forced.
I'm not afraid to fight you, Papa. The adherents will free you from Eumenides' control.
Okay, Harold the Stormbringer. Okay. Can you just let me cast my spell first? Thank you. I'm sure this would have been a very tough battle ordinarily. Ah!
A little more.
I was
Be
not
careful.
expecting an area of effect. Motherfucker. You waste my shit. Get your ass back here. Ah! That was not part of the plan, and I most definitely did jump backwards, but we'll ignore that, I guess. Oh, that's fun. This is awesome AoE. How do I get some AoE like that? Suck. not going near that. Come here, you. There we go. I did it. Is he good? Is he good? He's gonna be weak, so obviously he can't join me in the humanities fight.
Harold's been freed. It's a miracle. It went even better than I anticipated. Your father's fine, Hilda. You can stop worrying now.
Yay!
Hi, the winds. I'm so... Thank you.
My child, come. Let me have a look at you.
Papa!
He's so big. She's so small. Oh, you just decapitated me.
Don't look so sad. Are you all right? I told you to leave this place.
No, I can't. Humanity still needs to be stopped. He has to pay for what he's done.
By the winds, you're still so stubborn. I won't let...
Commander, may I interject?
Mistress Minerva.
I hope you can understand that Hilda is the key to saving Aphis. I know you love your daughter dearly, but she's far more capable than you imagine. We can't do this without her. I'm sure you also understand that we must put a stop to humanity's plan, and we're running out of time. Besides, you can't continue to fight humanities in your current state. We were able to close the channel he used to control your soul only temporarily. If you get near him again, he could reopen it at any time.
Oh, may your mother forgive me. Hild, as commander, I order you to pursue Eumenides and stop his ritual. This is your new mission.
Papa, are you...
If his powers can affect all of Aphis, then they can also affect Ambari.
Correct.
This is his
I mean, it's
real
already affected the
desire.
king.
It's not just liberating a city. But I'll leave this matter to you now.
Understood, Commander. I accept this mission.
Good. Hild?
By the way, Otto's with the adherents now. He's doing well.
I thought it was
Otto's
Otto we
still
brought back.
alive? That's wonderful.
What about the others? Where are they?
Please tell me they're alive.
They're already on their way back. I watched them leave Aphis myself. Eumenides knows I don't trust him, so he feared the Legion being here would hinder his plot. Once we finished what we'd agreed to, he couldn't wait to send the North Wind Legion out of the city, and I found an excuse to stay. Because I knew you were still here. And Eumenides planned to use me against you. But in the end, I lost.
Oh, Father. We'll be reunited with them soon. I swear it.
Talk about freeing people from mind control.
Minerva said that your aura is really strange. Do you feel ill at all?
I'm fine. Me attacking first must have worked. The Spellbreak gem was quite useful after all.
The Spellbreak gem?
Eumenides' apparition must draw energy from the Nexus before it can take form. Because of that, he's vulnerable, as long as you disrupt the energy flow between them. I discovered that Marble was researching a device that could break the flow
So
of
Marble
magical
wasn't
energy.
fully useless after
The whole
all.
time I was arranging for people to gather the materials and make it. But nobody knew what my true goal was. Eumenides couldn't monitor us at all times, but that gave me the opportunity to finish it.
I thought you just quietly accepted Eumenides' dangerous ambitions.
At the time, I had no choice but to tell you that. The fewer people who knew, the better.
I understand. I understand everything now, Father. When I was in the Glittering Deeps, I was so stupid. Worrying about you, insisting on staying in Aphis.
You don't need to apologize. I'd thought of everything, but I didn't anticipate that your stubbornness would lead to the final chance to fight back against Eumenides.
You planned to rebel against Eumenides from the start?
Rebelling against Eumenides was just a consequence, not the goal. In order to ensure that the objective of Operation Ashwin could be achieved, I had to consider lots of possible follow-up measures. What makes the Northwind Legion elite is that we don't just look at how things appear on the surface. I was sure to make arrangements.
Arrangements? So you mean our comrades who left have other tasks?
Lifting the King's curse was just one objective. We also need to eliminate the possibility that the Ephesians' curse could harm others. The timeline's a little messy. All I can say is that when I realized what the real threat was, I started a plan. But if word that I failed makes its way back to Ambari, Ludwig will immediately start preparations for a battle against Aphis and Eumenides. And if that comes to pass, it will be a terrifying war of magic. Hild, today, you've given us a new chance.
By the winds!
I'm
I
awesome.
will stop him!
This spellbreak gem was damaged in the battle with Eumenides.
That'll be right.
Although it can't harm him anymore, he should be considerably weaker now.
Thanks, Papa.
Take it. It's no longer any use as a weapon.
Is that the gem
but
at
it
his
can
waist?
still provide
Hip.
some
Tell you
protection.
hip. Nope, that ain't it. And we leveled. How fortuitous. Yep, just roll into your groin. That's uncomfortable. Reach the nexus to stop Eumenides. Let's go. Where is the nexus? Dude, how do I even get to the nexus? Oh, this is considered the nexus. My apologies. Herald's counterattack.
Impressive, Harold. You managed to fight back. You have to use my amulet when you're in Aphis. I fulfilled my promise to let you take the artifact that will lift the... I must say, I must do my... Once I rescue Aphis, I'm going to... Use the spellbreak gem.
I'd rather die than to let you control the Nexus. As commander of the North...
I was going to reunite you with your family.
What?
Kill anyone who approaches... I can't wait.
I'm going to change her back to her normal appearance, even though it's been a while since I've seen it, and it looks kind of weird now that I've not looked at it for a while. But I feel like she should be finishing it in suitable attire that actually matches her heritage and shit. Another conduit! I am down a potion, but that's okay. That is a-okay. I'm at full skill points. AP. I don't know what this is called. I really don't. And these echoes don't really offer much of anything, to be honest. Amenities with whom? Who is that?
Did it. Congratulations.
Oh, Petrius.
My
Yeah, that makes
research on
sense.
Titan is finally made. I'm
Where did
pleased my
Petrius
theories
even go?
proved right again.
You. I can feel it.
Does he actually leave
No longer
Aphis?
an ordinary. You're something beyond. I want to.
I am perplexed, Lord. Why is it I would have been happier, perhaps, beyond this?
Where?
I'm leaving. There's nothing I want to. But before I go,
I will save. Now that I have the.
just any.
This time. I have to save them.
On one hand, he's all like, I can't fail, I must save the city. On the other hand, he's like, I will put everyone in the world into a safer, better world. Does that mean if I die, I have to go through that every single time? Oh well. Here's hoping that easy mode makes it easy, and I can watch my health and heal accordingly. So, Eumenides, what kind of patterns are you going to have?
You've overcome that matter with your father, haven't you? There aren't many people of your age who possess such a strong will. Looking at you, I'm reminded of how I was back then. Idealistic, self-confident, believing I could do anything. Why have you
I
come
don't
here
think
now?
that describes Hilda, actually.
Is it for justice?
She's hoping she can
Peace?
do what she wants to do,
Or
but she
for
doesn't
yourself?
believe she can do it.
I could ask you the same thing. If everyone is against you, why not just let them carry on as they are?
You don't know what I've seen here. I've seen the possibility of a better world, one that can make everyone happier.
Who would be happier? Can you even understand what happiness is as you are now? Look at your fellow Ephesians. They live every day in torment. If you truly are still Eumenides, then you wouldn't be able to ignore this.
No, of course I'm still Eumenides. But now that I've come into contact with a higher existence, obtained greater power, my ways of thinking and seeing the world have grown different from yours. It only makes sense that you wouldn't be able to understand what I believe to be right.
That's just what you believe, though. If creating your vision takes becoming cruel, cold-blooded, and arrogant, then I'd rather be a lowly creature who understands love for others.
It seems we'll never see eye to
We
eye.
were never going to
That's
see
the
eye to
downfall
eye.
of language. People make the sounds, yet they're still unable to convey their true thoughts
No,
to one
they're
another.
conveyed. We just don't
How
agree.
about you come a bit closer to me instead? I'll take you with my own two hands and show you the world I've seen.
I'm good.
You'll come to see things my way.
No, I'm
And
good,
if
man.
I don't?
Then you'll surrender to this power all the same.
The Punished. He doesn't look particularly purple either. Oh, he's not purple. That's why he doesn't look purple. Because he transcended the curse. Okay, he's kind of looking purple now. I'll take that back. Actually, no, he looks very blue. Oh, wow. Nice hairdo, bro. Okay, this looks like it's gonna hurt. I don't know what element is best to use against you. Her. It's very sparkly. Okay, so how are we doing this? Okay, taking a bit of damage, that's okay. Oh, ouchies, this is gonna hurt. Oh, yep, it did, as expected. Oi, come back here. Ouchies. Yeah, I can't heal with that following me. Oh, does it just follow me the entire fight? Oh, okay, well, if that's the case. Can I fall off the edge here? Can you possibly get away from the edge, sir? Do you have a second form at all? Because I'm approaching half health. Oh my god, they could probably one-shot me on the other difficulty. No, what a waste. Ah, it's that thing again. Can we get rid of this? I don't like this thing. Excuse you. Rude. Rude. I would absolutely be destroyed in any other mode. So you kind of wasted my ability, and I'm kind of pissed about it. There we go. Goodbye. Easy mode! Unless you've got a 2.0 form, in which case that's fine by me. Wouldn't be fine by me if I was playing on normal difficulty, because I would be absolutely livid because I would have died a trillion times by now. But easy mode's truly easy. Haha, you didn't realise. Because we have not the power.
What's happening?
That would be what the lovely Minerva's doing.
It looks like Harold's device is taking
Harold.
effect.
Yeah. We can't continue with the cinematic? Nope. That would be too difficult. Okay, I ain't talking to you. I'm talking to you.
Minerva, he's...
Dying?
It's all right now, child. He can't cast another spell. Give in, Eumenides. The current you will soon be free from your delusion. Even if you create another apparition, you won't be able to do it before we carry out the ritual. We've won.
does seem to be the case. You fought so hard, thinking what you're doing is for the sake of justice. I pity you, Minerva. Truly. I am no longer the one who bears responsibility for the city. Are you prepared?
Even now, you still are incapable of accepting that you were wrong?
I cannot judge your happiness. That much is true. However, are you truly able to determine whether or not I did the right thing? Right and wrong. They're nothing more than blind spots built out of habit. Be careful.
Your words are meaningless. You have no concept of your own failings, do you? The path of righteousness, as I understand it deep down, is one paved by experience and communication. Although we can't move towards that bright future right away, we have built a consensus alongside others. I'm confident that I can do things better than you, because at the very least, I can respond to the hearts of others.
You've always been like this. Trying yet still able to forge ahead. Perhaps that's why I lose to you every time I challenge you.
Human.
Please, Minerva. Become a different leader than Serene, Marble, or Petrus. It's the only thing you can do to prove yourself.
I must start by sacrificing you. It looks like the person who changed was me. Goodbye, human.
Don't know why Hilda's shocked.
Thank you, Hilda. I've done all that I wished to do. Next, we do what we need to do.
Yep.
Once we place the relics on the Nexus array, this will all be over.
Oh, do I have to put it in the
Let
little
me know once you've set up the
thingies?
relics.
Okay.
I'll wait until you're through.
Arcana Civilians Relic. Oh, of course, we got his. Oh, no, she gave us all 3 relics back. I see. Never mind. Because I had given them to her. Oh, they do things. Oh, wow. Let's watch the last one. The aspiration. Alrighty. We're ready, Minerva. Yep.
The relics are all ready.
At the risk of being too sentimental,
Which is not what I would call you at any stretch of the imagination.
all of this is due to your hard work.
How far we've come from
Thank you.
I don't trust you.
We did this
What's
together.
your step?
You did well too.
You really know how to push your luck, child.
Hey, I just noticed. Your necklace, it looks a lot like mine.
It's true. Do you remember what I once told you? That the necklace is a
Which is
token?
why I thought my mother was
The
Ephesian.
was one of House Laurel's greatest pieces of craftsmanship, and it was once used as proof of the house's bloodline.
Huh? Wait, does that mean I might be the
I already thought about
descendant
that when
of
you
an
first mentioned the
Ephesian?
necklace.
Will you return to Anbari now?
Absolutely.
Yes, but I'll really miss you.
Yes, as will I.
Here we go. Perfect nexus. It's so pretty. kind of thought there was more to it than that. Is that it? Is it anticlimactic? Here we go. Thought that couldn't be it. It was too quick and too simple. We've fixed the nexus, but we haven't actually done the ritual. I think I would have liked Hilda with blue eyes better. She'd suit her father more, and it would suit her outfit more. ASTERIGOS, Curse of the Stars. Obviously there's more coming, but that's technically the end. But I think we've still got to see what happens to all the characters. Minerva successfully lifted ASTERIGOS, winning the people's support and becoming the supreme leader. Yay! I would have liked to have seen it been lifted. She's taken up responsibility for rebuilding her homeland and is working hard to restore Aphis to its former glory. Like, I would have liked to have seen the people's reaction as they were uncursed. Like, that would have been so much more poetic. I would have cried. I believe she can do it. I'm ready to witness it. I would have cried at such a scene. But of course, no one ever goes there. It's always just cheap shots. I feel let down. Because he never chose to restore the Nexus. Humanity's was forever sealed within. Now it sounds like a him problem, quite frankly. From his eternal confinement, he continues to watch as Aphis moves toward the future. Free of the curse, might I point out, humanities? Serene became Minerva's most crucial advisor, and the two work closely together. Their love for Aphis has enabled them to put aside their differences and join hands to build a better future. Serene looks so young there. Whew. Oh, you. After ASTERIGOS was lifted, Roxanne, believing herself to be too old, decided to retire, having made her mark. She returned to House Grass, where she lives without her days in peace and quiet. She never found out what happened to her brother. After everything ended, Bion stayed on as Minerva's personal guard. Yeah, I saw that coming. After that last interaction I had between the two of them, he married Marissa. In the end, all is well, and it could be said that he finally got the girl. Yeah. Sorry, I meant the picture, not the text, for the first bit. I knew that they would get together. After ASTERIGOS was lifted, Marissa once again devoted herself to performing. So the transmutations don't recede? Her beautiful melodies and exquisite skills always attract quite the audience. It's only just occurring to me that she's still a harpy. I guess that can't be fixed because it wasn't directly part of the curse. That's sad. Volcane is still as cheerful as ever and is helping to rebuild her homeland. Oh yes, sorry, I meant to go to the forge and I forgot. I'm sorry. When she has some spare time, she also helps out with research into turning the sublimated back into normal. Okay, so we physically can work on it. It's just going to take some time to work out how to do it. I apologize for not doing your quest. I forgot. Rainius returned to the temple and is focused on his religious duties. If it gave me a quest marker, or even just listed the quest on the side of my screen, I wouldn't have forgotten. Once so close to the center of power, now he can only offer everything he has to the three in an effort to atone. And so you should, sir. Shay and Old Whitebrow are off adventuring now, but they're stuck in their old ways. The next time I see them, I'll arrest them myself. Oh my god, Discord. Now is not the time. We have a dramatic ending here. The guilt and regret he felt toward his fallen brothers made Otto decide to leave the Northwind Legion. Oh, and do what? And go where? But we agreed that if one of us needs help, we're bound by duty to aid each other. Oh, that's sweet. My father still thinks I'm too childish and he was really strict during training. Yeah, but I'm a hero now, father. A freaking hero. I'll do my best to grow and prove that I can protect everyone. Alright, I heard the people of Aphis seem to be really thankful for what I did to help them. Now there are even storytellers in the city telling my story. Oh my god, it's right back at the beginning of the game against the crocodile. Look at the crazy puppet master. Was it Quintus? Now I understand that helping others requires more than just strength. Taking on more responsibilities means I need to be more knowledgeable and more capable. I want to become someone who can live up to those responsibilities. Is that the end? Da-da-da-da. It is the end of ASTERIGOS, Curse of the Stars. Yes, it's going to be a new game plus, etc., etc. And we're going to just absolutely not power through that, apparently. Wait, this is Chinese? I had no idea. That's news to me. Thank you for playing our game. It was a good game. It needed some areas of improvement. As a whole, everything was there for a good game. I just think, yeah, you needed to get rid of the whole Souls-like element to it. Do you want to end this round and start a new harder round? End this round. Reconfirm. Once you start the next round, most of your game progress will be removed except character levels. That's... Well, actually, I would just say not yet. Although, I could have gotten the new outfit if I had done that, but whatever. Okay. Yes, and that is the end. So, yeah, I think this game would have been far more fun and enjoyable to me if you didn't have the respawn at a conduit when you die and have to re-kill all those creatures and follow the path you just took, like, for 5 minutes down the road and then continue as you were just to die again and then rinse and repeat. Like, that just does not work for me ever. But I think for this game that seemed very heavily more an RPG in its structure and skill set, it kind of held it back and stopped it from being as good as it could have been. You could have had more skills and everything, so I don't know, there was a lot more it could have had to it, and I'm let down by that particular part of the game. I don't like that jump was on R2. I can't say it enough times. I don't know where else you would have put it, given your other buttons. But R2 ain't it. Can I just tell you? No. It has to be a primary thumb presser or you just don't have a jump button. You cannot put it on R2. It doesn't work. So if you guys make another game, Acme Game Studio, for some reason Acme sounds familiar, but I don't know what other games you've made. Can you just not do that? That'd be super swell. Having a character who's actually a child also doesn't vibe with me. You could have at least made her 18 and have her father see her as a child still. That would have been fine. But like a literal child, I'm kind of over the stories where the children save the day. I mean, I know we're going to suspend realism and fantasy stuff, but that's taking it too far. So I would have at least liked an adult so they had some world experience to go off. But nah. I just like to pretend that Hilda was over 18, so it made me feel better about myself. And not marking the side quests. Even if you won't give me a quest marker, I really like quest markers and I would have preferred that, but again, that's more of an RPG feel than they were going for. You definitely needed to have marked the quests in the journal so that we could put it on the side of our screen. So we could keep track of our quests. I still have stuff in my inventory that I don't know who to give to because there's no indication, there's no markings. I've spoken to some people early on in the bazaar. I went door knocking and several people wanted things. I mean, I was still supposed to find someone's sister across the block or something. Never found that person. And I didn't remember until right this moment because it's not marked in my journal. How am I supposed to remember that? There's too much going on for me to remember tiny insignificant quests like that. So I do think it would be nicer if they'd kept track of all those little side bits so I didn't have to like Google things so much. I don't like having to Google things in games. It's a little frustrating, and I have discussed the game design where it's not clear what direction you're going in. You get the occasional arrow, but that's not sufficient. It's a very cheap way of doing it as well, I might add. But it's not a very good way of subconsciously having the surroundings point you and guide you down the right avenues. So I really think they need to reassess how they can implement that in their game to make it a more effective game design than what they currently have. I'm sure I could have more comments about the characters themselves, but I'm good. I'm good. If I'd played the entire game on easy, I would have been completely happy by the end of the game, but having struggled so much and having to redo things so many times kind of really made me upset, not gonna lie. So, but that also stems from a bit of clunky gameplay, big hitboxes that don't follow your character, or your character's attacks, and also the having to restart from so far back when you die, rather than having checkpoints in boss battles and stuff like that, or checkpoints right before the boss battle, something, you know. So, yeah, other than that, I think as a whole, it's a pretty enjoyable game. It shows a lot of promise. I think it was a good concept. I just think they needed to work on some of the kinks along the way. But anyway, thank you for sticking around and watching ASTERIGOS Curse of the Stars. I hope you at least enjoyed the game, and I'll see you next time.